Good afternoon. Oh, let's sat down. What day is this now? Thursday afternoon. Rain is threatening. There's a little low on the scheme. Oh no. This is the anniversary one, this one. Not the anniversary of me being on YouTube. It's my wedding anniversary come this Saturday. And there's been a great comment made on it. Because I don't remember. So this year, I said, well, I got a reminder on my phone. It's been dropped in and whatnot and everything. We're 46 years married. So I thought I'd do something or say something special. Anyway, I'll let you look at the sticks. I got 2 or 3 together. I've kind of had it ready. I've put them to the one side and sorted it. My youngest grandson, it was his 14th birthday there yesterday, and he was through, and so I don't travel, I don't get in the motor so easy with this bloody leg. Anyway, so they came through anyway, so I've kind of earmarked him for, he's quite keen to do a little bit of varnishing and various things for me, so I think he's coming through one weekend. There's a good weekend and whatnot, and obviously I've got to pay him, so that's fine. So I don't know how keen he is, but the money will certainly be the thing. But 14, I couldn't remember when I was 14. Gee whiz, so long ago. Promise off. But he's keen to do something. I don't think he's terribly enamoured with school and school work, but that's fair enough if you can get yourself a trade or something. But you need everything that's possible now. All like any education you can get. I think that the education they're giving them's up to the task in hand nowadays. But that's a different ballgame. But yeah, sticks. So we've got these ones. I think I showed you these ones, but this is the ones I put together yesterday. This is quite a nice piece of ivory. Ivory again. I did mention that in the last one there. Dementia 7 antler. And so this is going together, and you can see I've taken out the top part of it. And I've got some old halfpennies, and I'm thinking of putting it into the top of it, laying it in, and bit of clear resin on, shape it off and that kind of thing. So we'll see how that goes. And it may work, it may not. This is a 2 or 3 part stick there that I think I showed you at one point there, and I just got fun around it, kind of dressing it off a little bit this morning and cleaning it up, and it's got the resin on the end. I quite like the resin. I think it'll be far better than for capping off the antler than other stuff, but time will tell. But I think it'll certainly do a lot better, roughing up the top of the antler and letting the resin bed into it, and it works fine. But that's quite a nice one, that. Alright. So I eventually around to cleaning that up a bit too. Discovered it when I was moving the other stuff. This is another one, so yeah, so it'll be the same. But I'm just using up these pieces of antler. Always use them up. Don't let them go to waste. They're better on a stick, and I do enjoy trying to get the best out of them. But when I was busy sorting out things there, my other grandson, who's the apprentice, the son's apprentice, he was giving me a wee hand to clear things out there this morning. So I'll just bring things out for him below there. I can't get down to get the stuff out for him below, so he was doing that for me, which was very good of him. And I came across these bits that I'd obviously cut out ages ago. The problem with me is I can see handles, I can see possibilities in all these bits and pieces. And there's a handle in the wall in some ways. So I can't let them up. Never be afraid to cut them out. If they're not right, they're not right. but you just don't know. And never leave them. If you see something good, never leave it. Never think you'll go back to it. Chances are you won't bloody find it. This I quite like. What I'll do with it, I think I showed you the piece I was thinking of using on that stick there, that shiner, but I don't think so. I think I'll look at this and see what I can do. There's always something to do, you know. Yes, so across this too, I cut out polyprop. I hadn't made one out of this before. It's in there, and it turned out really nice actually. So I'll probably get around to doing that one too. But yes, so as I say, the youngest grandson is going to come and do some work with me, or for me. Standing in one spot varnishing, cleaning off and things like that, it's getting difficult now. So I gives him a little bit of something, and he's quite interested. I think he was in one of the videos way back when I made the Sika thumbstick for the kilt pin, for the show that we're doing, and it's still in the shop window yet. So and it gets some admired glances and whatnot, and that. I don't get any business through, but people do like it. So there you are. Also, when I was at this, occasionally in these charity shops you'll get all these wooden pears, plums, apples, all that kind of thing, bananas and all that. And they were in fashion many years ago, out of fashion nowadays. People don't bother them, so they end up in there. But the wood, it tends to be fruit wood. And this was the apple that I cut through this morning. Cut it with a handsaw, but how I do that with a handsaw is I put the handsaw in the vise and put a pair of, I start it away with the wood in the vise, start cutting it, get it into it, and then I take it out, put the saw in the vise, put a pair of gloves on, and I just work it back and forward on the saw. Be careful. You can be extremely accurate with it. Take your time. But the wood is beautiful. Is it apple? Difficult to know. I don't really know. The last wood I carved out for the European thing was plum. It was very nice. But I've not had a piece of apple in my hand for a long time, so I don't really know. But it's there. This has got something I'm going to do for the Apple iPhone thing. It's a little plaque with, so obviously this will work in really nice. Get a nice bit of wood on it, shaped out. This will go on. It'll just be a bit off. So something else to play around with. But yes, my anniversary, 46 years. So I wasn't really going to make one, but I said, well, this will probably be it, because by the time the end of the day comes, I'll probably have forgotten all about it again. The last one, big one I remember, well, I never remembered. My daughter, both my daughters phoned me that morning to tell me, you remember, it's the Ruby one. You remember when it's your anniversary, the Ruby anniversary? Oh my gee whiz, of course I was at work at the time. I said, oh dear God, bloody hell, forgot all about the blasted thing, didn't I? So, I had to go that day and get the bits and pieces and bought her a nice ruby bracelet. Managed to hunt one down. I'm not sure what it cost, but it was pricey that day. Of course they can see the panic in you. You can't negotiate. Any other time you could maybe negotiate and get a bit off the price and get the chain thrown in, something thrown in with it and whatnot and that, but yeah, you're not going to get anything. And so they knew that, they could see the fear in me. And so that was that, like, you know. So I'm hopeless. I don't know why. Grace doesn't really like she's not really bothered in a fuss as such. And it was just as well, actually, because... But I've got the best intentions at times, and as I say, we've been together 46 years through thick as thin. Her mother gave it 3 months. I thought it was 6, but Grace says no, she says 3. I went, oh. But looking back to, we were both very young, or young. She was a bit younger than me, 2 or 3 years younger than me, and so yes, it must have been a frightening thing for our parents to look at us and say, "Oh my God." But we've survived it. We're still together. We're still here. So I suppose that says something. We've learned to live with each other. The good things about us and the bad things about us. So it's been a journey, and we've had 3 children, 7 grandchildren, and so there you go. So it's been okay. It's been all right, but yeah. So I was thinking back when we got married in Avonbridge Church. She came from Avonbridge, of course. I came from Bathgate, and I always remember went out there one night, picked her up, but met her anyway, with the British Legion in Armadale. And she came from Avonbridge, to which I was to go down at some point later, following week. And I knew roughly where Avonbridge was, but I'd never really been there. And I go into the bus garage and says to the chap, "So where do I get a bus for Avonbridge about?" And he said to me, I always remember that. He says, "Sit down there, son." He says, "The next stagecoach is in 3 days." He says, I went, "Oh God almighty." But needless to say, I travelled down, and that was the start of it all. So, but we got married in the church in Avonbridge, and it was a village wedding. It was a great wedding. I was married on a Saturday, I was back at work on the Monday. There was no respite, I had no money, we had no money. She had more money than me. I think I probably had more money than me. That's still a bit the case nowadays too, I think. But anyway, we had a great wedding, and it was a village hall in a church. Always got married in the church. You just walk down from the church to the hall, and after everything was, all the kind of speeches and things were all over and done with, the meal was out of the way, the hall was opened up, and anybody that wanted to come just came, and the place was jammed. It was a great, fantastic. I mean, there was no concern about, nowadays they don't bring children. Don't bring children to weddings. Oh dear, what's the point of having a wedding? A wedding's all about families, about having them round about you, children, all the rest of it. Anyway, the bell has rung, and so I better think about hopping off. But it's just as a quick thing, because I'm going to say to her to watch this one. Happy anniversary, Grace, and I hope we've got a lot of years in front of us yet. And you know, I mean, I might not buy you anything, but I mean the best. Anyway, to all the stickmakers out there, there's a point. Brownie points. Go for it. I'll catch you again. Cheers.